How to double your focus. Power scientifically. There was once an interview where someone asked Warren Buffett, "What's the single most important reason behind all your success?" Without any hesitation, Buffett replied, "Focus." Sitting beside him, Bill Gates agreed instantly, saying, "Absolutely right. But what if you struggle with maintaining focus? What if your mind keeps wandering, or you can't stay consistent?" Don't worry. In this video, I'll share scientifically proven methods that can double your focus power. So stay with me, and don't skip any of the steps. 1. The point-and-call method. Japan's railway network is considered one of the fastest and safest in the world. One key reason is their unique safety system called point-and-call. This is a simple technique where train drivers don't just look at the speedometer. They physically point to it and say out loud, "Speed checked, brakes released." By pointing and verbally confirming, they activate multiple senses at once: sight, sound, and motion. This drastically reduces human errors. You can use this technique too, whenever you're doing something that needs attention, like reading a book, completing homework, or working on a laptop. Physically point to the task and say what you're about to do. This boosts awareness and forces your brain to engage fully. 2. Break the autopilot routine. Often, our inability to focus comes from being stuck in a bad routine. For example, picking up your phone mid-task, switching between chores, or letting distractions break your momentum. This trains your brain to work in autopilot mode. To fix this, give your brain a small jolt. One trick: use your non-dominant hand for everyday tasks. If you usually use your right hand, try using your left to brush your teeth or open doors. This forces your brain to break patterns and be more attentive. This idea is inspired by a Japanese practice called shuji, which means training your mind to focus completely on one task. So whether you're drinking water or eating a meal, do only that, fully present and focused. The power of doing one thing at a time. We often multitask, watching TV while eating, texting during study, or scrolling through our phones before bed. While it feels productive, it actually weakens your brain's ability to focus on any single task. Start training your brain to focus on one thing at a time. If you're eating, just eat. If you're reading, just read. This strengthens your attention span and makes it easier to concentrate when it really matters. 4. Spacing effect. Train your brain to recall. Our memory fades with time. That's why we often don't remember what we did exactly a year ago, or even yesterday. But the key to strong recall isn't repetition, it's timed repetition. Most students cram before exams, hoping the information will stick. But smart students space out their learning and test themselves regularly. Even if they fail at first, they keep reviewing and challenging their memory. This tells the brain, "This is important, remember it when needed." So, don't just input information into your brain, practice recalling it too. The Warren Buffett 25/5 rule. Warren Buffett once told his employees to write down 25 goals they wanted to achieve in life. Then he said, "Circle the top 5. These are your most important priorities. The remaining 20, avoid them at all costs." Why? Because those 20 are distractions disguised as opportunities. They look important, but pull your attention away from what really matters. Your brain starts to focus sharply when you limit your attention to what's truly essential. 6. Focus on the process, not the outcome. Most people treat success like an event. For instance, if I lose 20 pounds, I'll be fit. Or, if my business makes it to the Fortune 500, I'll be successful. But people who achieve great things aren't focused on the result. They're committed to the process. They show up daily, work hard, and keep moving forward, regardless of whether success shows up today or later. You can't control the future. You can control what you do today. So shift your focus to the present. Your future is shaped by how well you complete your tasks today. 7. Track your progress. Author James Clear says that lack of feedback is the biggest reason we lose motivation. We promise ourselves we'll do better, but never track whether we actually are. That's why it's crucial to measure your progress. If you say health, career, or relationships are important to you, track how much effort you're putting in. Awareness is the first step to improvement. When you monitor your actions, your mind naturally starts aligning with your goals. You stop drifting and start driving your life with purpose. So in summary, point and speak your actions. Break old routines by switching patterns. Practice single tasking with complete focus. Use spaced repetition to train recall. List your top 5 goals and ignore distractions. Commit to the process, not just the outcome. Track your progress regularly. Apply these steps one by one, and you'll notice your focus power start to grow until you become the kind of person who can achieve almost anything.